All right, I got a question then, guys. We've been talking a lot about the themes and what we'd like to see in war movies, but so what's more important? The action and the effects, or the story and the acting? James?
I do have to say the story and acting. Because, I mean, some of the war movies I like best don't really have as much explosions as sometimes you want.
Okay,
but
yeah.
when they have fleshed out characters and someone that you're really attached to and you want to see through the end of this ordeal, that's the best thing.
Absolutely. John, would you agree? Disagree?
I disagree. I don't know what the fuck. No, I agree. I agree. I do want special effects, and again, you can do a war piece with having minimal effects. Just have if you do have a tank, I want the tank to be accurate for that time period. You know, the details to be there, but you don't have to have big explosions. There are plenty of war movies that have big explosions, but are shitty films because that was their focus. Michael Bay films, but again, the story, because you want something that's you want to be involved with it. So
oh yeah,
I think that again, I like special effects, but story first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm definitely down with you. You know, special effects are nice, and it's a good icing on the cake. But the cake itself is the story. It is the acting. It's the characters. You know, it's the themes. It's the message it conveys. It's how it makes you feel. It's the reaction that it gets from you. But look at just some of the great films of the past. You know, they didn't have giant explosions and big special effects. Things like All Quiet on the Western Front. You know, Sergeant York. Those were just good stories, good characters, great performances. So obviously, I think that's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
At least for us, anyway. There may be people who differ, and there's some fun
wrong.
films. They're wrong. Their opinion is wrong. There's some fun films out there, but if you're going to take war serious, and especially it being a history piece, you've got to focus on the story, I think, and then the special effects. So we were talking about. Let's cut this out. Let's start with James. What's a real war movie to you, James? Like, what's real? Like, what have you seen like this?
It just seems the most real.
Yeah, which movie have you seen that seems realistic to you? You watched that, you left, and be like, holy shit.
One of my favorite is actually Jarhead.
Ah.
Because even though it doesn't have as much action as many movies, it's a very real movie about that war.
Yeah.
I had a friend in college who had been a Marine. He's like, yeah, that's dead on. That's exactly how it is. Even with the part where the guy gets the videotape from his wife.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's like, yeah, that is definitely the kind of shit that happens to you.
You know, I would agree with James. Jarhead to me, especially. I mean, I don't know what it was really like to be over there in any of these wars.
No.
But Jarhead, from what I've read and from what I've listened to, it seems like it's a very accurate portrayal of what it was like in the first Gulf War, where they really didn't know why they were there, what was going on. I mean, Three Kings is a movie about that time too. And you remember there's that also part in there with they don't even know if the war's over.
Are we still shooting?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and just seeing the oil fields burn, it's such a beautiful movie in pieces. And I think it really deals with the psychology of it. It just seems real. It just seems like war, especially in that one, would just be a lot of waiting around, getting full geared up and just kind of waiting to know what was going to happen, because you didn't really even know, because you grew up with Vietnam and World War II movies.
Yeah.
And so you're going off to war and you're just like, whoa, what's going on? So I don't know. I'd agree with James. Jarhead for me. What about you?
I would say Jarhead's up there. I'd probably say Black Hawk Down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a great film. And if you watch footage of the Battle of Mogadishu, it looks like it's stuff from on set of Black Hawk Down. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's pretty powerful, but they seem to have gone out of their way to be as close, be as realistic as possible. As Ridley Scott, I believe, was
Ridley Scott
the director.
That, yeah.
So and enjoyed the film, but it's parts of it's heart wrenching, but it's there. It's definitely something too that if you get a chance to see in surround sound on Blu-ray, magnificent surround sound on Blu-ray.
Black Hawk Down's really good, and it's got a great cast that plays some fantastic characters.
Yeah.
So I want to know right now, John, what's your favorite movie characters from war films? What are your favorite war film movie characters?
I kind of like you always have the good-hearted platoon leader. Who maybe he's a teacher, or maybe he's a family man. He kind of got thrust into it, but he's a good leader. There's usually that character. One comes to mind is Tom Hanks' character in in
Saving
Saving Private
Private
Ryan,
Ryan, yeah.
and then Winners from the Band of Brothers series, which I know is not a film, but it's HBO when they were done is almost
It's
an
very
independent
cinematic,
film.
though, right?
Yeah, very cinematic, and Winters is just such a great character. So that there is that character, but that helps you not only see a great leader, but he also is a person you can relate to and you feel for him. So I love that character. In most movies, you always have a character like that, and I like that.
James, what about you?
I have to go with Jersey Wales from Outlaws Jersey Wales.
Oh, interesting.
Civil War. It's it takes place right as the war is ending, and I mean you have this character that, even though yes he is for the rebels there, he's in it for him is for the right reason. It's because Union Army soldiers came through and killed his family, burned down his farm, left him for dead. It's a big revenge story, but then he doesn't really necessarily get the revenge that he wants on them. But even better, he just gets to go off and actually live his life.
I think we need to write a revenge movie called The Right Reasons. If that's not already been done.
We should look into this.
Absolutely. Myself, I really like, you mentioned Captain John Miller from Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks, that's a really good one. Hiltz, the Steve McQueen character from Great Escape. That character's pretty BA. But I really like Sergeant Sefton from Stalag 17, played by William Holden. If you've ever seen that movie, he's kind of like the anti-hero. The one that goes, it's a POW movie, and he's the one that's trying to escape, and he's the smartass. And the one that everybody thinks is the traitor, turns out he's not the traitor. Spoiler alert, the star of the movie's not the traitor. But also, let's go to the villainous side real quick. I really like Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz character from Inglourious Basterds.
Ah, yeah.
Fantastic character. And big shout out to, R. Lee Ermey from Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
Plays a drill sergeant. I mean, that's a very iconic character in a
And
war
I think
film.
he's played that role the rest of his life.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, he's just the same role over and over.
Well,
All right.
he really was an actual...
He was.
He was in the
Yeah, I
military,
believe
yeah.
so. I think that's how he got the gig. And he just plays that character, even in commercials.
Yeah.
All right, coming up on Pop Culture Philosophers, we'll be talking a little bit about the differences between the World War II war movies and the Vietnam era of war movie films. So stick around, and we'll be right back.